Very good. Awesome. So I wanted to jump on here and do another Google Hangout while it was fresh in my brain. I'm Sarah Marble, and I'm a Diamond Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. For those of you that know me, I am a huge advocate of personal growth and development. And when I get excited about something and learn something, I want to share it. So I'm going to share with you. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon, and I just figured, what the heck, let's jump on here and do a quick Google Hangout. So if you want to share away, I'm going to chat for a few minutes. This has been absolutely life-changing for me. Network marketing is something that was very new to me several years ago when I started. And it's been personal growth and development with audios like this that have increased and built my belief, and I believe helped me to be successful. So I wanted to take this time to share with you. I just listened to this again. Orrin Woodward is one of my favorites. And I think this was maybe the 5th or 6th time that I'd listened to this audio. I just keep them in my car. So I popped it in, listened to it, ended up thinking, you know what? This is something that I think a lot of people need. So I wanted to share with you because I really think it's going to be important, and it's something that people are looking for. So I took a few notes that I'm going to share with you. And I want to talk to you today about duplication. They say that in network marketing, the key to being successful is to have duplication, because I can work and work and work and work, but I'm only one person. So if I'm not equipping my team and giving people the tools that they need for that to then be carried on levels below me, I'm going to be spinning my tires, and I'm going to get really tired and burned out pretty fast. So what is duplication, and how can you be successful at growing a strong, steady team in network marketing? Orrin Woodward said that it's not about luck, unless your definition is laboring under the correct knowledge, which if we all invest time in personal growth and development and educating ourselves, we can improve and do better with the skills that are needed to be successful. He also said on this audio that I listened to that your pay raise doesn't become effective until you do. So you could join and not do what you need to do to learn how to be effective in sharing and inviting and all of those things. You can say, I tried and I wasn't successful, but were you really effective? Were you really learning the tools that you needed to apply to be able to move yourself forward to the next level? I absolutely loved, and this is when I heard him say this, I was like, okay, I have to get on here and share this with my team. We need to be able to have predictable results. We need to know that the work that we do is going to produce something long term. So how can I increase my odds of having something predictably turn out great all of the time? I want to give you guys an example of a tree. If you have, say, a maple tree that has roots, and again, this is all analogies that are totally based off of Orrin Woodward. So I'm not taking any credit for this information. I'm just relaying this information how I felt it was important to me and to my team and the people in our company. So I can't take credit for any of this. But he said, take a maple tree. Those roots that tree has, the depth of the tree determines how big it's going to grow and how long it's going to last. If you have very shallow roots, the tree is going to get blown over easily when any, strong winds come and blow by. It's going to get knocked over. So if we imagine our network marketing organizations, we need depth to produce that longevity, to give us that stability for our teams to keep going. How do you produce that depth? How do you get those roots that are going to anchor your business? So I'm going to give you a little bit of some tips on how to get the duplication happening so that as I'm bringing people into my organization, they're doing the same and we're driving stable depth deep into our organizations as I'm also building wide. Now with our Plexus compensation plan, we can build as wide on our first level as we want to, and it's encouraged. That's a very good thing. And the top earners in our company have a very large first level. That's a very, very good thing. But if I'm recruiting, and bringing the same, bringing people in, just bringing them in, and they're not doing the same thing, like I said at the beginning, I'm just going to be spinning my wheels. So how do we do this? We need to be able to keep people engaged on our team. When somebody pays the $34.95 to join Plexus Worldwide, we need to make sure that that's an investment that they are going to work on. That's something that they're going to keep moving forward in growing their business. So in your business, you have to have a systematic way to build depth and duplicate so that when I tell somebody how to do something, they then can tell the next person, and it's going to be something that's very easy and that can repeat over and over and over again. Because if I pour into my first level and just say, yeah, you can do it, and I work, that passion and that drive is only going to transfer down so far. By 2 or 3 levels down, you might say, yay, I think we can do it. I don't really know what we're doing, but let's just give this a shot, and that's not something that's going to duplicate and be a systematic way to make sure that you're going to be successful. So how do you increase the odds of somebody staying on your team and working your business? You need to give them a system that they can plug into. And I'm going to chat a little bit now. Orrin Woodward has a system. I'm sure our Jonak has another system. Sarah Robbins has a different system. So it's not exactly, it's not necessarily what is the system. It's the fact that there's a few predictable steps that don't change. And several people have said something similar. This just happens to be Orrin Woodward's system. You make a list. You contact people on that list. You show the plan, which is the opportunity. You follow up and you get them started, either as a customer or an ambassador. And after that, what do? You make another list, you contact the people on that list, you show the plan, an opportunity, you follow up, and then you get them started. And so those 5 steps don't ever change. You just keep doing that over and over and over again. Now, within those steps, that's something that's really exciting, is that in making a list, when you first get started, your list is going to be your warm market. It's going to be friends, family, babysitter, postal worker, bank teller, those people that you come into contact with regularly. For me, that was an awesome market. My mom, 2 best friends, my husband, those are my rock stars on my team. So that first list was, okay, you make that list. And then helping your people, everybody on my first level, let's say, I'm going to call them person A. Person A is somebody that I personally sponsored. The faster I can help person A sign person B, their first person, the better we're going to be able to create that belief that they've invested in something that works. So if you can make sure that you're giving them something to lose. In other words, my person A has signed up their person. Now, if they quit, if they give up, they're going to lose, that customer, that ambassador, that team member, the commissions that's going to come off of that. So we need to make it easier for the person to stay in the business by increasing their belief, by helping them to find their first customer and helping them to find their first team member, because that's going to increase their belief and that's going to give them something to lose, something that they don't want to give up. So we're going to need to work with them, work with our people to help them make a list. And then we're going to help them to contact those people on their list. And how do we do that? We are going to help them with 3-way calls. We're going to go through their list and say, who are these people? Jackson, will you please go in and lay with Hudson for a second while Mommy's doing this? Sorry, I thought I could get this done at nap time. We'll have to see if it's going to work out. If you need to put a movie on, you can, okay? So in me helping person A to get person B, to help them to find their first person, we're going to help them make their list. We're going to go through their list with them and say, how can you contact these people? Once we know how they're going to contact those people, we can help offer third-party validation with three-way calls, invite them to meetings, get them on an opportunity call, whatever that might be. We're going to help them to show the plan, show the opportunity, present the products, whether that's in a formal meeting or presentation, or again, just in a three-way call, helping to do that. And then we're going to encourage them and let them know that follow-up is key, and help them with following up, and then help them to close them, either get them started as a customer or as a new team member. So if you guys can see that this is a system that doesn't change, and it's steps that are predictable, and that we can expect the outcome. Thank you, baby. So make a list, contact the people on this list, show the plan, follow up, and get them started. I want you guys to write that down. And know that that's a system. And again, if you were to listen to Sarah Robbins, here's her master class, the Rockstar Recruiting. She has a very similar how to create a system for your team. And I absolutely love that it's predictable. It's step-by-step what you can do. So my next Google Hangout maybe will be with Sarah Robbins. So as soon as you sponsor somebody, Orrin Woodward says that you've now forfeited the right to quit because you officially are a leader. You have somebody that's joined your team and is looking to you for that guidance. So you can commit to being an awesome upline by working the business and doing the work, showing them that this is how we make our list, this is how we contact people, this is how we show the plan, this is how we follow up, and this is how we get people started either as a customer or an ambassador. So doing that work over and over and over again, they're going to be able to watch you as you help your first line do all of that. They'll say, oh my gosh, this is what Sarah did with me, so this is what I'm going to do with my new first line. And if you guys can see that it's a predictable system, a plan that's easily duplicatable and replicates, it can get passed down level after level after level. So if we are consistent in how we're sharing, how we're presenting, how we're helping our people to get started the right way, I really think this is going to probably cut down on some attrition. This is going to help us to invest in our people, help them to have an increased belief early on. And I really think this is going to be great for team building and getting people moving forward. So I hope this is helpful. And like I said, having a system, I think, will help with duplication. This is going to help build strong depth. I have to tell you guys, I have 4 very strong, very balanced legs. So it's really, really exciting for me to see that I have that stable foundation now. Yes, you know, it's slowed a little bit in the last few months, but I still have those 4 legs. Now, granted, I have 68 active personals, and of those 68, 4 strong legs are the ones that account for me being diamond, and I think those odds are pretty comparable to what other people see in the profession. But I hope this helps. You guys, I'm going to my first mastermind event in Orlando right after our leadership retreat coming up at the end of October, and I'm so excited I can't stand it because I have been listening to all of I have year 6, 7, and 8 all on audio, and I listen to them over and over and over again, and they have been absolutely life-changing for me, really. So I'm really, really excited. If you still want to join me and a whole bunch of team members in Orlando, I think you can still register mastermindevent.com. It's going to be a really exciting time, so message me if you want the discount code that I used. Hopefully it's still available. Like I said, go Orrin Woodward. I can't wait to meet him, hang out with him when I go. So I hope this was helpful, and you guys have an awesome rest of your weekend. And please share if you think it was helpful, and we'll see if we can't get a system for duplication and watch everybody take off and be successful. Have a great day.